Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and perhaps even good evening. Happy Independence Day, America, and the rest of the world. Wonderful to see you all on such a spontaneous note. Sebastian, it is indeed not the weekend. It is indeed Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday, the 4th of July. And I thought I'm going to start the stream at 4 because you see what I did, 4th of July at 4. That doesn't mean much in Europe, but it means much in the, the Eastern Seaboard here. And it is wonderful to see you all. Mr. Brian is here. The Nancy is here. The Cara Jane is here. How exciting, Mandus Middles. That is so cool. Sebastian is here. And I believe I've also seen Biscuits, who's made a fantastic super chat donation. Thank you so much for that. It's been a little crazy because I've got a couple of things that I wanted to tell you before we get going here. First of all, I set up the stream as a multi-streaming thing, and I haven't really multi-streamed in a while. So what happened is I set up a URL at YouTube on which, I was going to stream this, but sadly, Restream decided to actually put it onto a different URL. And YouTube then has decided, well, hey, that's great. I'm going to take all the information from the stream that you've set up and put it on the one that we're going to put live, but we're going to, not be on this URL. So this is where Biscuits made the super chat donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I thought I'm going to give us the new link here on the pinned thing. So just in case anyone is here and is wondering, hey, why is Jay not live? Because I think there's still 3 people waiting over there. So yes, that is number one. And then, of course, multi-streaming. Why am I doing that? Thank you, Julia. Indeed, there's a new streaming platform that has basically just sprung out of nowhere in December. And it's mysterious because nobody knows who founded it. And it is made it's called kick.com. And I've signed up yesterday. And I thought maybe today's a good idea. I'm going to just try it out and see what happens. And I don't have a linked chat, so perhaps we're going to have a look at that. So I'll tell you a little bit about what that is. Kick.com, here it is, funky front page, and I'm not going to download the app no matter how many times you ask me. Is this okay? So this is Kick, and they currently don't have any advertising on there. Some big streamers have already moved over, and this has happened because Twitch have recently decided. I'm going to be on WP Guru over here. Let's just see if I'm actually live. And I'm not going to download the app no matter how many times you ask. There we go. That's me on Kick. How exciting. And there's currently 1 follower and it looks like 0 viewers. But that's okay. That's okay. Gotta start. Askania, how you doing? This is me, the Endless Void. Let's see how long it takes, how long it happens. There we go. That's like a 3-second delay. So first of all, out of the box, you get transcodes here. You can't say that for Twitch. But mainly the reason why they've made this happen is because Twitch have changed from a 50-50 revenue model to something even worse for those who really make money on Twitch. I mean, that's not me, but many people do. And Kick have said, yeah, 50-50 isn't good enough. YouTube give you 70-30, so they give us 70%, they keep 30%. But Kick say we're going to do 95 and 5, and that's very interesting for a lot of creators. That's why they're moving over there. So the thing is, what's happened now as a result is that Twitch have introduced a ban on those people who want to multi-stream. There were partners who were allowed to do this, so now Twitch have said, actually, you're not allowed to multi-stream at all anymore, no matter if you're an affiliate, a partner that used to be able to do this, or somebody who's not affiliated. Nobody is allowed to multi-stream anymore. So there we go. The J Army has spawned. Totally correct. Totally correct. Well, happy Independence Day. And I think, this deserves a funky little continuation of our story in which we have followed Aloy, who has been captured together with, well, Aloy hasn't actually been captured. She's been captured by this woman called Hilda just after asking Gaia to dual core capture Hephaestus at the Gemini cauldron or something. Varl died. That was all very, very tragic. And well, he's no longer with us, which is extremely sad. But Beta has been captured, and we have been captured, or Aloy has been captured by this woman called Hilda. And Hilda is a mysterious person who's part of the Zenith collective, I think. And the Zeniths are the people who in the previous game were the super rich guys, like the Elon Musks of this world. They built a spaceship to leave Earth so that they could find another planet on which to live while Earth basically dies. But because they're rich, they could do it. And it turns out this is like the primary antagonist in this game. They have decided, hey, we're not going to do that. We're just going to return back to Earth. And somehow, I don't know, I forgot what their motives were, but they wanted to come back to Earth. But they're now somehow invincible, and they've got technology that we've never seen before, and that certainly Aloy hasn't seen before. So that is where we are, and this is going to be really, really exciting. Yes, and we played this on Sunday, and I thought, this is going to be nice to continue. Because the story is just as fascinating as in the previous game. So we've just woken up. Aloy's just woken up in her, well, kind of holding cell. Bring me here? Yes, why did Tilda bring you here? We have no idea. But Tilda reckons she's going to make some breakfast now, and we'll join her. So we don't know where we are. This could be a spaceship. This could be anything. Let's see. Also, we're still wearing that Elizabeth Sobeck outfit that this other guy gave us. I'm wondering, can we change that? If so, how? Can we change inventories, outfits? Can we even do that here? Oh yeah, we can. The Tanakh Vindicator outfit, Sobeck raiment. If you see anything you like, do let me know. The Tanakh Marshal, that looks interesting. I think this is what I've been wearing for a while. The Nora Champion, well, that'll be heritage and stuff. Rost would be proud. The Nora Anointed, also nice outfit. And then there's this one, Utaru Whisperer. Interesting. Anything you like, we can put it on. This one I had to put on for a mission. And there's also others that we can buy. And maybe this one's plain for now, but maybe we can change our outfit. Utaru. I always wanted to be an Utaru. Let's leave the Elizabeth Sobeck outfit. It looks casual. Look at the hair.
What is this?
It's a
just
gallery?
A few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead.
Yes.
Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain.
I'm trying to get this kind of look for textures in Unreal Engine right now, and I'm struggling because the textures that I need to give Unreal Engine are so big, they just don't render as big, so I don't know what magic they've used here. Interesting.
Selene an Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
Oh, that's Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
Don't
Or
say it like that.
visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn.
I remember this from history books. I don't remember much about the painting, but this is famous. I recognize it.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch,
That's
by
him.
far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
Like, of course.
In my day.
Of
But
course.
not as influential as you've been in this new world.
I mean, you know, she was influential enough to get on the Zenith spaceship, so I'd imagine, yeah, influential, all right. Kind of cool if you have your private galleries with Rembrandts and
The
stuff. I
Gust.
find that cool.
By Willem van de Velde, the
Never heard
most
of him.
famous of his many maritime paintings.
Oh, he's a maritime guy, was
A
he?
ship crossing into the unknown. I
Oh,
guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular.
right.
Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it.
I'm still not entirely sure where we actually are. I mean, what is this thing? While it would be nice to examine all the artwork here, I'm kind of intrigued by where are we? Is this still on Earth? Or is this on a spaceship now? Curious. Brian, how's your Independence Day been today? So far. Oh, look at that. Or is it on Earth? And Tilda has a secret, you know, stash / location here?
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus,
Of course you were.
knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
Breakfast, yes. Let's do breakfast. Is this Carrie-Anne Moss, you think, the voice actress? Kind of sounds like her.
This was your house.
Oh,
The one you recreated for Beta. In the data channel you shared.
right.
How perceptive of you.
Super perceptive.
Please, this way.
We're having breakfast. How exciting.
After everything your people have done? You think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them. And lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
Oh,
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen.
Incredible things.
she's a fan.
What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life.
Yes. Child Aloy. We
1,000
remember.
years at my back, and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity.
And her outfit now.
Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it all, I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down.
And eat your pancakes, lady.
There. That's better.
Coffee, always good.
Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere.
Let's all have coffee.
Remaking
I love
this
it.
world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet.
Oh yeah, that was their big plan.
He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship.
Yes.
A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Oh,
Silence.
silence, of course.
He's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Right. So silence
Using the
is
new
on
weapon
our side
he's
all
developed.
along.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about.
Like Medusa,
While
yes.
Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
What say you, Aloy? A little bit bouncy, yes, I find that as well. I mean, it must be super difficult and complex to render. Yeah, like right now, it's just, there's a lot of stuff going on, isn't there? It just keeps wobbling there. It's kind of nice to watch. Also here, Hilda has this shining geoshell around her. It's very interesting. To have a look at who the voice actress is. I'm kind of curious. It sounds like Carrie Ann Moss, but it might not be her. It looks a little bit like her, just the face. Yeah, have a look. So, my focus Beta, the Zeniths plan, Silence, and Elizabeth. And also, there must be another way. So far, I mean, it's kind of cool. Let Silence and the whole Regala thing beat her friends, or at least battle them out. You guys sneak in. I think it's a good idea. Let's talk about your focus.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
Yes, let alone
When we
repair it.
encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Well, that would be super rude.
It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
You don't have to. You never are usually, so it's all cool. Interesting. Pnar's Laser, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. And what about you, huh?
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school.
Rude.
Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information.
Oh, not a spy
I
at
had
all.
to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
I wonder, when she mentioned software, and I wonder if that's actually the secret to their so-called invincibility. I wonder if she's actually really there, or if this is a projection. I mean, it could well be this whole shimmering outside there. Maybe that's why they're invincible. Maybe there's a projection. I'm kind of interested in that. These are good stories. Do you want to pursue them, or should we go ahead with the plan? I'm easy either way. A little bit of more background information might not be all that bad.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Well, she's
Because
the key,
you
isn't she?
people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
Right, the data channel.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Apparently.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes,
There was that,
though
yes.
it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
Well, she felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Deviant, how's it going? Thank you for dropping by. Sorry for being the bearer of bad news with the license this morning, but it's one of those things. I thought only because Brian and I had looked into this not so long ago, and I was thinking, oh yeah, it's the 3D scan store. They don't allow anything. This place, let's tell you about the Zenith's plan. Let's have a look at that, because, you know, this is curious. The last time I remember, they were coming back to Earth because they haven't found a planet out there to live on, or for some other reason they came back. But they had an agenda with Earth still dying. We were all thinking, well, why would they do that? But their idea was to literally completely reset Earth and make life only unbearable for them, who've apparently been alive for like 1,000 years, which is weird to think about. But then we've just met Ted Farrow, who's also been alive for 1,000 years, albeit as a monster. It's one of those things.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.